This was going to have a dynamic ending, one way or the other. And the Escobar family, his wife, son, daughter, and future daughter-in-law that he actually never knew they got married, but he had met her. That story is well documented because he didn't want his son to get involved in a relationship so young, so early, and be so committed. He said, there's a lot of women out there in the world, experience, that kind of thing. But no, he didn't take that lesson from his father. He went and married this woman and became a productive member of society. But my point is, the convincing wasn't actually like Hollywood has it. Say, look, you know me, I'm with DEA. You can't let these people in. It was more of a team effort where I'm saying, pass this word. You need to say this. You need to say this. You need to say this. And remember, I might have told you earlier about them not wanting, I did tell you earlier about, their laws now on making sure rights are preserved and things of that nature. So we were just waiting. We weren't sure what was going to happen. We technically did not have the influence to say to the German government, don't let them in. We requested. And keep in mind, once they got kicked out, Pablo started making phone calls to the German embassy in Bogota, which is a small little embassy, you son of a bitches, I'm going to blow up your embassy and do whatever he said, all those things. But so that was one of the things that transpired. Collectively, as a group, did I speak my piece? Absolutely. Did the German agents, our DEA German agents, listened, and then they conveyed because they were like, they're like 13 hours before they had no clue this was going on, and we had been working on it round the clock, not just this, but the whole Escobar thing for ages.
How long ahead? You had said it was really quick, but was it like a day or two ahead where you knew she was going to be going somewhere?
No, it was that morning.
It was literally that day.
It was that morning.
So you had an informant tip you off, I guess.
Yeah, basically. And word got out somehow. I mean, because like I said, ultimately at the airport, the press showed up. So I don't know how, I'm not exactly sure how the press got there.
But your ticket was already bought and you were on your way.
2 tickets. I had one to both places, which is from when you get to government paperwork, the part that you never see in the movies was a pain in the ass to process. Why did you buy 2 tickets? Some bean counter in Washington, D.C. wants to know. Why did you do this? You had to pay a cancellation fee and all this stuff. I'm like, God help us. God help us. But a guy like Joe Toff just says, don't worry about it. Just throw the paperwork in. And
we'll figure it out.
He looks at the administrative officer and says, take care of it. And so we go on. So the goal was to get them kicked out. And that's exactly what happened.
How
so
long did that take start to end, for the appeal to be denied?
Less than 20 hours.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, they never got out of the airport. They never got out of a holding area.
Right. So they just sent him back on the next flight to Colombia.
Yeah. And what happened was they seized all their passports and they put 2 German immigration officers on the plane with them because they were being kicked out. The German immigration officers maintained the passports. The German immigration officers knew we were federal agents in Colombia National Police. So they knew who we were. We knew who he was, but he obviously didn't tip off. There were 2 or 3 German immigration officials did not tip off the fact that we were on the plane.
So you went on the plane ride back too?
Only DEA agent to have breakfast, lunch, and dinner with the Escobar's family 2 days in a row.
But they didn't make you on
Courtesy
that?
of
The family didn't make you when you were on that?
No, there were like 200 or 300 people, and I think one day
these pictures are close though, man. These are close range.
And one day
you're a memorable looking guy.
Yeah, and well, I looked a little different.
You had the handlebar mustache and everything back then. I would have remembered that shit.
Yeah, and but you wear a different jacket. You turn a jacket inside out. You wear a baseball hat. You do this. You do that. you walk a little bit differently. You don't make eye contact. A lot of the times when people can identify people later, you learn this as an undercover agent. If you make eye contact with somebody, it plants something in their brain subliminally that they might remember you later. If you never make eye contact, like I didn't make eye contact with them and tell a story I'm going to tell you in a second, you just become another moving part in the environment, in the atmosphere. People walking past them, back and forth, back and forth. You picked me up at the airport today. when you were walking towards me and there was that pickup truck you were talking about, whatever. Do you remember what the driver looked like? You never,
I never looked at the driver.
Yeah, you never made eye contact with him.
No.
But if you made eye contact with him and you dropped me off tonight, you might say, hey, that's the same guy I saw earlier today, that kind of thing. So don't make eye contact with him. You become more transparent, so to speak. A flower on wallpaper, on a wallpaper wall. So they end up getting kicked out.
Thank you for watching the video, guys. Please hit that subscribe button and check out this clip's full podcast episode by clicking here or in the description below.